That's Neph. I'm Unc. Today we're gonna get into the Bears coming to town. They're coming to AT&T Stadium at noon to take on your Dallas Cowboys, Cowboys Nation. Good win, good showing from Dak in the offense against the Lions. Obviously, they started out slow. Dak had a little rust. That's to be expected coming off a hand injury.
Right.
So
first game back.
Right.
You know, you're getting back into game speed.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing.
Absolutely.
I think the thumb and all that is good.
It's good.
But the game speed.
Right.
It takes time to adjust to that.
Absolutely.
Let's see how he does this week
Let's
against the Bears.
Absolutely. See how it does this week against the Bears. At the end of the day, we won the game.
We won
the
game.
Cowboys are 5-2.
Right. And speaking of the Bears, I mean, we can go straight to their defense.
Let's
and
go.
Talk about basically what's been winning them games.
Let's
their
talk about
defense and the rush attack.
Absolutely.
So, this Bears defense, I wanted to point out that this Bears defense is third in passing yards allowed in the entire NFL.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
That is
They're
good,
only
man.
giving up 180.3 yards per game.
For as far as rushing.
No, this is passing.
Passing. 180. Okay,
Passing
passing.
yards.
Okay. No. They have a good backhand. They have an overall good defense. They get after the passer.
Well, speaking of that, if you're not aware, the Bears traded Robert Quinn
To the Eagles.
18 and a half sacks last year, or 18, somewhere right there, to the Philadelphia Eagles. So that's a weapon for them defensively when it comes to the pass rush.
Right.
And that's less of a headache for us this Sunday.
Absolutely. Especially for your left tackle, your rookie left tackle. He ain't got to face Robert now. He'll have to face him on Christmas Eve, but as far as Sunday, he ain't got to face Robert Quinn.
So the rookie left tackle, Tyler Smith,
right.
Your duties just got a lot easier.
Absolutely.
On the flip side of the passing game, these guys are ranked 30th in rush yards allowed. They're in the bottom of the league.
They can't stop.
They're giving up 150 yards per game on the ground.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that kind of tells you the recipe and what your formula should be offensively attacking this Bears.
Run the ball. We don't know if Zeke's going to play, and I was going to ask you about that. Do you give him a rest and give him 2 weeks going into that bye?
And right there, let's look at that practice report there. And
He didn't participate Wednesday's practice. He didn't participate today, Thursday's practice. So they're kind of maybe they elevate.
I think they're giving him rest because the injury is a sprained knee.
They said it's a sprained
knee.
I think it's a
thigh contusion.
A contusion mostly. It's just basically a bruise. That's what a contusion is. So
it got hyperextended a little. I think it's just a sprain and a thigh contusion.
Right. Well, what do you think though?
I think he's gonna play.
He's tough. He's one of the toughest running backs in the league.
Yeah. And he didn't miss games last year with the PCL injury.
No,
so I don't see him missing games for this.
Exactly.
They're gonna rest him.
Yeah.
He's got that thing on ice.
Right.
He'll be playing Sunday.
Yeah.
He said in his interview.
He did say that.
What were his words in quote?
He said, basically, he said if he can play, he'll play, and if he's got to miss games, that's weak.
That's weak. That's what he said.
That's weak.
That's
so
correct.
He's
we all
tough.
know
So
Zeke is
big time tough.
You know, he's tough.
Yeah.
So this Bears defense, it starts and it ends with Roquan Smith.
Yes.
Their linebacker.
He's their Micah Parsons.
Yes.
Just not on the level, but he is good.
He's a high caliber linebacker in this league.
Right.
He's always at the top of the tackle list when it comes to the end of the year.
He does.
This guy makes all the tackles for this defense.
Yes.
He's sideline to sideline.
Right.
You know, he's getting after it.
Oh yeah, he's got a high motor. I don't know if you're able to watch his interview. He was basically in tears with the Bears trading Robert Quinn, and he's like, man, you know, he wants to win. You know, they didn't give him a deal. He's playing to prove it. Somebody's gonna pay the kid, so either it's gonna be the Bears or somebody else. But this guy can play ball.
He can flat out play.
He can play.
He tackles everything.
That's a name to look after.
Another good player is Jaquan Brisser.
Mm-hmm.
Brisker.
Right.
I think it's Brisker. Okay, so he's a safety out of Penn State.
Yeah.
You know.
The kid can play?
He probably played with Micah.
Yeah.
So he's a young guy. He's a rookie, actually.
Yeah.
So
he probably did
play. He was there all 4 of his years and he wasn't a transfer.
Right.
He played with Micah.
Yeah.
This guy right here, he's disciplined. He plays with his eyes. He's a willing tackler. He's a good young safety.
Is he a little ball hawk or?
He's a ball hawk.
Okay.
He's a ball hawk.
Yeah.
I like what I seen with him. And the things I looked up about him.
Right.
He's one to look out for. Jalen Johnson, he's a cornerback for them. That's probably where we would attack them.
Right.
Out of all their guys, he's
kind of the weak link.
So to say. But
right.
This is a good defense.
No, it is a good defense.
This isn't the Detroit Lions.
It is not the Detroit Lions.
These guys are going to play physical ball.
The only knock obviously is that they're 30th in the league against the run, so you can run on them.
You can run on them.
But
will Kellen be willing to stick to the run?
He's got to be disciplined, Kellen.
Is he going to be a disciplined play caller?
Right.
And stick to the run and not abandon it?
Exactly. Don't abandon it early. Take your shots when they're there, but don't abandon the run early.
Okay, so they have a Lamar Jackson as well. He's not the one from Baltimore, but he is.
That's right. 23. Exactly. Yeah, they do have Lamar Jackson.
Him and the Jalen Johnson kid, I think we can go after them.
Right.
Kellen
did say he wanted to get Michael Gallup some more targets.
Right.
So maybe this is a game that happens. Get him some confidence.
Maybe they take their shots off play action.
Right.
Establish the run and get into the play action and take your shots.
Right.
Take them downfield when they're there. Speaking of downfield, for them, they got another good safety, Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson is a solid ball player. He's a veteran. He's seasoned. He's a guy you got to keep your eye out for. And this Kyle Gordon corner, he's another one that plays well.
Okay.
When it comes to that defense, that's pretty much, who they are. They play the pass well.
They play the pass very well. If they do get after the passer.
Speaking of the pass, you got Dak back.
Yeah.
You got, you got your feet wet with the Detroit Lions.
Right.
You're coming back to one of the best pass defenses in the league.
Right.
When it's time to let it rip, this is going to be it's a good game for Dak.
Right.
If he can find success against this pass defense, that's something nice to hang your hat on going into the bye week.
Get you some confidence.
Get you some confidence. You got a week off.
Right.
Coming out of that bye week, Dak should be at 100%.
Absolutely. I think fans need to realize after you talked about this defense and if they've been paying attention, if they've been watching other podcasts, and if they've been reading like they're supposed to, because you're supposed to be an educated fan,
right? You
would know that this is a good defense.
This is a very good defense.
This team just went into Foxborough last week and beat the Patriots 33-14. So they can stop an offense. They went on the road to go beat them. They put up some points. So don't overlook this team just because
No. You don't want to overlook this team before your bye week.
Absolutely.
You don't want to go into the bye week with the loss.
No.
If Zeke, I'm imagining if Zeke plays, knowing Zeke, he's gonna play.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be limited. They're not gonna have him on the snap count.
He's doing everything he can to get healthy.
He's doing everything to play. I can see the game plan. If Zeke suits up, he's playing a normal type of Zeke game.
Absolutely.
As far as snaps go.
Right.
And production-wise, we'll see if the knee affects him on Sunday.
Right.
I think this is a big game for Tony Pollard.
It's going to be a big game for TP. We talked about this. Zeke, pounds and pounds and pounds. And then you hit him with TP, change the pace back. That's why TP's able to break off those runs like that. Is because you're pounding the rock with Zeke.
Right. And if Zeke can't suit up, it's something worth keeping your eye on when we're in short yardage situations. Because that's where Pollard seems to struggle the most.
Right.
Is when it's those 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 1s. Can you convert a 4th down to keep a critical drive going late in a ball game?
Right.
If it's 4th and 1, he's tend to struggle when it comes to finding those small creases.
Yeah, he can't pick those
Getting
yards up.
skinny is what they call it.
Right.
You know,
but Zeke he pushes the pile. He gets those hard yards, those third and 2 type yards. So
it's really important that we have Zeke for
right.
situations like
right.
this. I think this year I'm going to give Kellen, you know, I know we're harsh on him, but I think he does deserve credit for the share production we got going with both of these guys.
Absolutely.
And it may run even further. I heard, if y'all listen to 105 The Fan, 105.3 The Fan, on the Sean and RJ show, they had Michael Lombardi.
Okay.
He's a former GM for the Patriots. Right. You know, this is a smart man when it comes to football.
Right.
And he went out his way to credit Mike McCarthy for basically saying, hey, Kellen, we got to realize what the strengths of our team is. It's running the football and it's playing behind a great defense.
Right. Yeah, that's what Mike did, right? In his press conference, it goes all the way back.
It goes all the way back
to that first game out of Tampa, and he said, "I'm gonna have a talk with Kellen."
Right.
And basically, that's what Mike did. He told Kellen, "You got to give him credit. Got to give Mike credit." And like you said, we got to give Kellen credit. He does still tend to get away from the run.
And I think, you know, going to that Lions game, we were gonna go for it. Was it 4th and 2?
4th and 2.
1.
In the red zone.
Goal line.
Yep.
4th and goal, 4th and 2, 1 and 2.
Right.
And Coach McCarthy called the timeout and sent the kicking unit.
He didn't like the look.
He didn't like the look.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great coaching decision.
It was.
Coach McCarthy.
Get your points. Put your I will say elite defense out there, and put it on them.
This defense is playing at a historic rate.
Man, they are playing out of their minds.
That the Cowboys haven't done as far as defensively in the franchise's history since the 70s.
That's right.
Since the old Doomsday defense.
That's right. They're playing out of their minds. So, give that coaching staff credit. What else you got?
I got here the Bears offense.
Okay.
So, the Bears offensively, these guys are dead last when it comes to passing yards.
Yeah.
They're ranked real good defensively, and then on the other side, they're dead last. They're 32nd in the whole NFL when it comes to passing yards.
They had 1,048 total passing yards.
They give up 126.3 yards per game. I'm sorry, not give up. That's what they produce offensively. Yeah. Is 126.3 yards per games in the air.
In the air.
That's not good.
They're not throwing on you.
Their pass game is basically non-existent.
Yes.
Now, on the other hand, this is the number one rush attack in the entire league.
Mm-hmm.
They're number one in the NFL. They average 181 yards per game on the ground.
Yep.
Their running attack led by Khalil Herbert, David Montgomery, and they use their quarterback, Justin Fields, a lot in the pass game. Last week against the Patriots, they were getting him out the pocket.
Yep.
He was throwing on the run, making more comfortable throws. Obviously, he didn't light it up.
Right.
But he looked a lot better when they got him moving on the run.
Exactly. Yes.
You know, so I can expect them to try to get him on the move. He's got a receiver, Darnell Mooney. He's got another receiver, a Street Brown, one of the Street Brown St. Brown brothers. I'm sorry, I always see that ST and want to say Street. One of the St. Brown's brothers.
Right.
He is the brother of Amon St. Brown.
Right.
Out of Detroit.
Yes.
So Mooney's a talented young receiver. The thing is their quarterback struggles to throw
he struggles to throw the ball.
If you get this guy, if you make this team play from behind, you're gonna beat this team.
Yeah. Maybe if you win the toss, maybe you put your offense out there first.
And you go out and try to put a lead on them and get the young quarterback to have to play in this game.
Yeah.
Because
make them throw the ball.
No. They're number one in the league. They do a real good job running the football.
Absolutely. They want to run the ball.
They want to run the ball.
Yes.
And this leads me to the trade the Cowboys made.
Yes.
For the Hankins guy.
Jonathan
Hankins out of Las Vegas.
Right. Big time pickup.
He's a veteran.
They saw, I know the Cowboys are probably looking at that Monday night game against with the Bears and the Patriots, and are like, man, we got to be able to stop the run because we're 20th in the league at stopping the run as far as our run defense. So we need to get to where I think we give up about 120 yards per game as far as against the run.
That's been our
Achilles heel.
I don't want to say Achilles heel and go that far because it hasn't, outside of the Philly game, it hasn't just. I think we're getting real, like, this defense is really good.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're as bad on the ground as it's, a lot of people are making it out to be. I've even made it out to be an issue, and I still think it is.
It is. Because you don't want to give up 120 yards
a game. It's an issue, but it's not. I don't think they're as bad as advertised. So
exactly. I see. Yeah, absolutely. Right.
This signing, I love it.
Me too.
This guy's going to clog the middle up.
Yes.
We just played Philly. It showed up in that game.
Yes.
That the running game of the opposing offenses can be a problem with this team defensively.
Right.
We got the Bears. Another quarterback they can run.
Mm-hmm.
Great rush attack. Down the line, we got to play Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor.
Man,
last year's
they're coming.
champion.
Yeah, they're coming. So you want to be able to stop the run. And then, obviously, in the playoffs, in December, January football,
you're going to play Philly again.
You're going to have to stop the run.
So this was a great signing.
Absolutely. Big time pickup. They're all in. I heard a lot of people asking, are they all in? They're all in. Yeah.
This is a great pickup. It might not be the most sexiest pickup out there, the best trade you could have made.
But it helps his team.
Deep down,
yes.
I mean, you're not gonna see this guy making tackles.
No.
And don't think that he's not making an impact.
He's definitely gonna make an impact.
He's clogging that middle
Absolutely.
up, and our linebackers
can run free.
Be able to run freely, and that leads us straight to newly activated Damone Clark rookie out of LSU.
Man, this kid, 6'3", 245, big time.
Is he on this practice report?
He's a full participant yesterday and today.
Did he get elevated just yet?
They put him on 53.
So he's on 53.
So he may play, he may not play. Just because they put him on the 53, but only 48 suit up. So I think 46 or 48. But dog, this dude is a player.
I think he's gonna suit up.
Obviously, he's gonna start off on special teams first. Get him acclimated to the NFL game, test him out.
Can you see them making Neville Gallimore inactive, a healthy scratch again?
I mean, I don't know what's going on with that Neville Gallimore deal, man.
Took all his Cowboys info off his social media.
Yeah, he did. So I don't know what's going on. They especially with Jonathan Hankins coming in, they elevated Carlos Watkins the last two games, and Neville was a healthy scratch. So I could see
he may be on the trading block.
Possibly.
This team might make another move.
But Mike McCarthy said that right now he's on the roster. He's not getting traded. But that could change.
Right.
Everything's always fluid. But yeah, this kid Damone Clark, guys. You guys are going to love this kid, man.
Physical.
He's very physical. He's all about his business.
I believe he had spinal fusion surgery.
Right.
I mean, just the sound and the name of that surgery.
He played his whole, was he a senior last year? He played that whole season not knowing that he had that injury or that issue in his neck until the Cowboys doctor saw him at the combine.
And for him to be playing, even practicing,
right now,
is a testament to his hard work.
Absolutely.
And to
Britt Brown and
good
training staff. Absolutely.
And health in his life.
Absolutely.
Because this guy, a lot of teams had him basically as a red shirt type.
Yep.
Thing. You know, he wasn't gonna play.
We even said that. Remember on one of our first shows, we were like, this may be a red shirt season for him. If anything, he may get back. He may be able to play in the playoffs.
For him to even be suiting up and going
in
on
October.
That field,
oh man, that's big time.
And that's a great addition for this stretch run. That we're getting towards the middle of the season, and then we're gonna hit that stretch run.
Right.
And it's great to have him.
Yeah, you want that depth. Our linebacker depth is great.
Yeah.
And then you got, like you say, you got Snacks Harris or Jonathan Hankins in there, and helping those linebackers roam free.
Now the outside, the perimeter runs have been an issue.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like the way Anthony Brown has been tackling.
He's been tackling.
He just seems like he's having a down year. He had a great year last year.
He did.
You know, outside that Vegas game.
Yeah, that's an anomaly. So he's got to tackle better. He's got to tackle better, especially after that. Now Trayvon Diggs
playing real soft coverage.
Yeah,
right
it's not like
he's not the physical guy that we've seen.
He's not playing aggressive.
We've seen him tackle before.
Absolutely.
Get his nose
he was one of the better tacklers at but now the guy who's tackling better is Trayvon Diggs.
So we need our corners to tackle the rookie, Deron Bland.
He's gonna get a shot.
He's gonna be your starting nickel corner more than likely in this game.
Right.
With the injury to Jordan Lewis,
Absolutely.
Jay Lou is out for the season.
Out for the season with that Liz Frank injury to his foot.
That's a terrible injury to have.
And it's a terrible loss.
You know,
Jay Lou.
We've talked about Deron Bland a lot, wanting to see him play.
Now we're getting a chance.
I hate to see him play by Jay Lou breaking his foot the way it broke.
Right.
But this is the NFL. It is next man up. And Deron Bland, it's your time to shine.
You getting a chance, young fella.
He had a great preseason.
Yeah.
He got the interception
in the Cincy game, wasn't it?
And it was the Cincy game, or was it the game following that? It wasn't the Giants or Cincy game.
It was a home game.
Was it against the Rams? It may have been.
May have been.
I don't know. He did get a crucial interception.
Yeah.
In one of those games.
Yeah. Big time.
I like it.
I like that kid.
I like it.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it. I like him a lot. That's what it comes down to is, can you stop the run, and can you do what you've done, feast on the quarterback?
Yes, that's what I was gonna. There does Chicago run RPO? Do they do a lot of RPO?
They do RPO.
Okay.
I mean, again, their quarterback ain't the greatest pass threat.
Right.
But he had a really good game against New England.
He did. Give him more confidence.
Monday Night Football.
Well, because the reason why I bring the RPO up is because the way we played Philly, I'm thinking
these guys do.
I'm thinking instead of having Micah Parsons in like no man's land trying to figure out, just go hit the quarterback. Like, hit him every time, no matter what. And then just let the other guys...
Just let them know you're there.
Yes. And they'll that's probably the game plan is going to be against Philly, too. Is just go hit the quarterback. That's it. That's going if they're going to run that RPO, you hit him every time.
If he's going to put that ball in that running back's stomach and leave it there, trying to make you guess, we're going to guess that you're going to keep it.
Yes. We're going to hit you.
We're going to go hit you.
Yes.
We might give your offensive coordinator something to think about.
Absolutely.
When it comes to calling.
That's kind of maybe how you want to play that.
Keep your quarterback out of, the crossfires.
Right.
With Micah Parsons hitting you. But that's really what this game comes down to.
Yeah.
If you want to get into our pick'em, we could get into that. Our special teams.
Yeah, we can talk about. We got a lot of stuff. We can whatever you want to do. Did you want to talk about Dak, Zeke? The whole this issue with him not playing up to par to some fans.
The old debate before we get into the pick'em.
Or did you want?
Well, there is a lot of there's a lot of chatter amongst Cowboy Nation on if Dak played a good game. Some people did not like his performance against the Lions. They just weren't pleased with it. If you ask me, that's the same way they've been winning games all year.
Right.
Your quarterback wasn't really the reason why.
Right.
Dak wasn't the reason why they won, and he damn sure wasn't the reason why they lost because they didn't lose.
Correct. They won the game.
They won the game.
He had a little over 200-some yards passing, threw it about 20 times. If Noah Brown doesn't
fumble that ball, I mean, they're scoring 32 points.
Right.
I picked them to score 31 last week.
Yeah.
I really hate that they had a fumble at the goal line.
Right.
I thought he overall had a solid performance.
It was. I just don't.
He probably had 2 to 3 throws that of course he would want back.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, you can say that about any quarterback.
Right.
Right.
When it comes to the NFL.
Yeah. I just think I don't know what fans' expectations are. Right.
Well, they're probably for him to win a championship.
Well, that's what we all want.
Playoff time.
Yes, but you got to get there. You know, I had a friend talk about what has he won. Well, I mean, he went 12-5 last year. Don't you have to win in the regular season in order to give yourself a chance in the postseason? You got to make the postseason. You can't have a losing record in the regular season.
Stems from frustration. You know, he didn't play great in that playoff game last year.
And look, I get that. It is, but my thing is, I don't like. I think we have uneducated fans, or like to say that he's just not a good quarterback, or he can't take you. I mean, do you know how hard it is to win in the NFL? Lamar Jackson only has one playoff win. I mean, it's hard to win in the NFL.
I get what you're saying. There's, you know, a lot of people they might not be as in tune, you know, as some of the other ones that, you know people that, you know, really watch football. Right. They know Dak Prescott's a good quarterback.
Right.
He's a solid quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, he's towards the end of in between 8 and 10.
Right.
You can pin Dak Prescott somewhere.
Absolutely.
Right there every year.
Every year.
You know, in between 8 and 10.
I'll take a quarterback in the top 10. To lead me to a championship, to get me in the playoffs, to give me a chance to win.
But this team's identity, it's no longer Dak Prescott.
It's no longer the offense. This identity is our defense.
Through 7 games played, it's our defense.
It's our defense.
And our rush attack.
Yes.
And it's our quarterback making throws when needed.
That's exactly what it is.
Our quarterbacks have been making timely throws throughout this whole season. Excluding the losses.
He doesn't have to throw the ball 40 times now. He doesn't have, because you don't have to put up 40 points to give yourself a chance to win.
20 to 25 times per game.
Absolutely. That's how many times you want to see him throw the ball. And you want to rely on the run game and your defense. You know, obviously there was a time when this team was the strong suit of the team was the offense, because we didn't have a very good defense. But now when you have a defense
and you got a great
that's
special
great,
teams.
And special teams is good.
I mean last year
your punter and your every time
the kicker would kick.
Every time. Now money maher, as you call him. So you got to rely on that. I think fans want to see these exorbitant numbers. They see numbers, but then they complain because you're losing. But now you want the numbers, and we're winning. Like, you can't have it both ways. Right. So rely on your defense, rely on your run game, and make timely passes. Yes. Basically. At the end of the day, like, I don't care how ugly it is. I don't care if it's pretty. At the end of the day, I just want to win.
And we do want to see this offense, you know, get better.
Absolutely.
It definitely does need to get better.
It's going to.
And that definitely does start with your play callers and your quarterback.
Right. That's what it starts with.
Sit up here and sound like a Dak apologist.
Right.
I do want to hold him responsible.
Absolutely.
For the way he plays this year. It's too early to start with any of the other stuff.
Right.
You know, let's see how this season plays out. It's a long season.
Right.
He's gonna get better.
Yeah, he's gonna
get better. We're in trouble.
Absolutely.
That's just a fact.
It's an evolution. It's like you don't get out of training camp and play the first month of the season and everything is just great. It's an evolution. That's why football is fun, because you want to see how good the team is gonna be, how it's gonna evolve into hopefully a championship team. You're gonna have bumps
that you want to look back on and just
bumps in the road along the way. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So anyway, I don't know. It's frustrating when you have fans that just don't see it that way. They're just looking at the game, but I'm looking at it we look at it a different way, as far as it's an evolution.
Yeah, most definitely. Hopefully that's not an issue going forward. Hopefully Dak lights it up.
Right.
Which leads us into our predictions of the game. And
you want to do our pick'ems? Okay, man. So this is week 8, right? Week 8 tonight, Thursday night football. You got Baltimore and Tampa. Who you got?
Give me Tampa in a desperate game at home.
Okay, they're looking for a win.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Baltimore. I think they're gonna go on the road and beat Tampa. All right, so you got Denver Sunday. You got Denver at Denver and Jacksonville, Broncos and the Jaguars.
This is the early game in London, I believe.
They got another game in London?
Yes,
a 9:30 game. Okay.
Give me Jacksonville. That's a home game for them.
Wow, it is because London, love the Jags over there.
They love the Jags.
They do. Hey man, give me Jacksonville too because Denver's not.
Right.
Although they have a good defense.
Russell Wilson's dealing with the hamstring.
Yeah. Then you got Carolina at Atlanta.
Give me Atlanta.
Give me ATL too. They're coming off a loss, so they're gonna be looking to bounce back. We'll do our game last. You got Miami at Detroit.
Give me Miami. Detroit's depleted with injuries right now.
Give me Miami as well. Arizona at Minnesota.
Give me Arizona for the upset. D-Hop's back. I got them upsetting Minnesota, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's
my upset of the week.
Okay. I'm gonna take the Vikings. Las Vegas at New Orleans.
New Orleans is home, correct?
Yeah.
Give me New Orleans.
I'm gonna take the Saints too.
They're tough at home for some reason.
Always.
And Vegas just is up and down.
They're up
I don't
and
know
down.
what team
I don't trust
get with them. I don't trust them
at all. Then you got the Patriots at the Jets.
Jets.
I'm gonna go. Is this an upset if I pick the Patriots?
I mean, I would consider that an upset
because the Jets are playing good ball.
Yeah, that's an upset.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots, man, just because they're coming off that loss. Bill Belichick, I know he's scratching for a win. He doesn't want to fall too far behind in his division. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Philadelphia Eagles.
The battle of the home state.
Yeah, battle of Pennsylvania.
So Pittsburgh's not good this year.
They're not.
They played great last week. They got the young kid playing quarterback.
Yeah.
Give me Philly.
You Philly, yeah.
Yep.
Filthy. Give me the Steelers, man. I mean, for me, it's still Mike Tomlin. He always made his players always play hard for him.
They do. So
I wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh goes to Philly and beats them. Tennessee at Houston.
Tennessee.
Of course we're picking the Titans, man.
I don't even know why I thought about that.
You got Washington at Indy.
Give me Washington. The quarterback change. Mm-hmm. Give me Washington. This is no longer the NFC least.
That's right.
This is the NFC beast.
This is the best division in football.
Absolutely.
It is the best division in football. Look at the records. They tell you that.
It speaks for itself.
I'm gonna take Washington as well. Taylor Heineke's playing now. He always plays pretty well, man. He scares
you. He's a scrappy young quarter.
Yeah.
He's been in the league a few years. He's a scrappy guy.
Absolutely. And Indy is just
upset you any day.
Like you said, the new quarterback kind of struggling a little bit. 49ers at the Rams. Niners.
Rams are coming off a bye week. That's going to be an interesting game.
It is. And the Niners coming off a loss, right?
And the Niners are coming off a loss. Give me the Niners, but that's an interesting game.
I'm going to take the Rams in that one. New York Giants at the Seahawks.
Give me Seattle.
Okay. Seattle's playing ball. They're 4-3.
Yeah, I think it's time Seattle gets some respect.
Yeah.
The Giants were that team a week or two ago.
Yeah.
Seattle's that team this week.
Yeah.
I think the league needs to give them some respect.
Yeah.
They're a pretty good team.
They are.
I'm not saying they're world beaters.
Right.
But they're a good team. If you don't show up,
they'll beat you. They're 4-3. That's going to be a sneaky good game. The Giants and the Seahawks. I think maybe the Giants' luck runs out a little bit. I'm going to take the Seahawks in that one. Green Bay at Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo.
Green Bay's they're hanging on.
They're hanging on.
They're hanging on for dear life.
Hanging on for dear life. Monday night game. Battle of Ohio. Bengals and the Browns.
Bengals in Cleveland. Give me Cleveland at home.
Okay. I'm gonna take Joe Burrow in there, man.
Cleveland at home. Yeah. Myles Garrett, big game.
And then last but not least, Chicago Bears at your Dallas Cowboys. That's a 12 p.m. game. Who you got?
I believe the spread's at like 9 right now.
Yeah.
You know.
Was it 10?
Last week I said they would score 31. Mm-hmm. They would have scored 32 had we not had the fumble. We're going to go over 30 this week.
Okay.
I was close last week. I'm going to get it this week. 34-13 Cowboys.
Wow.
This is the blowout game that we see once or twice a year from this team.
Right.
This is going to be it.
Okay. Obviously, I'm picking Dallas. I can see us scoring 30 points. We're gonna hold. I say we score 31 points. 31-20.
31-20.
31-20 Dallas. So,
I like it.
Yeah, man. Got some good games on schedule this week. Gonna be excited to see our Cowboys host the Bears. Should be a good game. Don't think it's gonna be a cakewalk. The NFL is not a cakewalk. I'm sorry. I don't care. I know we kind of joke about the Texans, but the Texans any given Sunday they could rise to the occasion and beat Tennessee. Don't think just because it's the Lions or the Bears don't think that you can't be beat. Now I see that a lot on social media from fans. Oh, it's just a no. Don't the players don't look at it that way. I don't look at it that way. If you as a fan, if you want to look at it that way, go ahead, be my guest. I don't look at it that way because that's just not how the NFL is. So. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
So.
Anything can happen, but it ain't gonna happen this Sunday.
It ain't gonna happen this Sunday. We're gonna win. We're going to the bye 6-2. We'll look ahead later to Green Bay.
Right.
I just wanted to make this point. I know we got the NFC North these next 4 games, which we have the Lions, got the Bears, and then we got the Packers and Minnesota. And I said I can see us going 4-0 in the NFC North. Yep. Obviously, again, it's gonna the game's got to be played. Everybody's gonna play you tough. The Vikings probably gonna be a tougher matchup than anybody in that division. But I can see us going 4-0 in that division.
I can see that
and be 8-2. That's just my prediction.
You got to go to the road to Lambeau.
Yeah,
they're not.
It's gonna be hard to play.
Minnesota's a good team.
They're a good team. Yes.
That's going to be a tough game. That's going to be the one that if you lose anyone, it could be that one.
Right.
But it's the NFL. It's a week-to-week league.
Yes.
We'll address that when those
teams come. Yeah. I know I'm looking ahead, but I like to do that every now and then. I can just see us doing that in the NFC North. So we'll see what happens, Cowboys Nation. I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in to us again. We always love doing this. Sorry I was out last week. Neph held it down. Neph did his thing, did his stuff thizzle. But for Neph, I'm Unc. We out, bro.
Let's go into the bye week with a win.
Let's go.
And then we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. We may have something for y'all in between.